Time magazine cover for Musk. Look at this. Zoom in a little bit if you could. Okay, so look at this. Electrical vehicles, checked off. Become richest man, checked off. Buy Twitter, checked off. Launch rocket, checked off. Bring rocket back, checked off. Implant human brain chip, checked off. Get Trump elected, checked off. Work from Mar-a-Lago, checked off. Wow. Slash 2 trillion, fly to Mars. Wow. Citizen Musk. What's next on his to-do list?
That's badass. That's fantastic. On the cover of
Time magazine as we speak today.
That is fantastic.
Good for him, man.
I think that's a very fair, reflective cover.
You know what it's called? It's called Mark Benioff wants to sell it for more because he went from having 4 million subscribers to Time magazine to only 1.6 million, and he bought it for 180, and he's trying to recoup some of the money that he invested.
So you're saying he's got to repaint the house and put in different carpet?
That's exactly what he needs to do. That's exactly what he needs to do because this guy
repainting the house
not going away. He's not going to be going away. He's going to be around for a while.
Where do you think his net worth will be by the time Trump leaves office?
He said it.
I said $1 trillion.
In how many years, Pat?
Oh, he'll be the first trillionaire in 4 years.
4 years?
I think so.
Maybe sooner.
You're saying he's going to 4x, 3x his wealth in the next 4 years?
Guys, he may be a trillionaire in a year and a half, 2 years. I'm just saying, like, latest.
Okay.
4 years by 2020, this guy's worth $1 trillion.
And do you think that's a very good thing? A good thing? Is that a not a great thing? $1 trillion. I mean, that's the size of GDP of Russia.
Well, let me tell you, if I'm him, I'm just telling you, if I'm him, I have a budget of $100 million every year just on security and protecting him.
100 million.
I have a similar to $50 to $100 million budget of a team with you 24/7, no matter where you are, because he is enemy of the state, of the establishment state. Number one is Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
There's nobody that has a bigger target on their back in the world than this guy. Nobody. That's even Trump. He's ahead of Trump officially right now. So, my opinion.
Can I ask you a question? Where does that wealth
You're
come
limited
from?
to one question
That's
a podcast.
it. That's all I get. What's my point? What's my point? Here's my point.
Go ahead.
Here's my point.
Go ahead.
If he's at 300 billion now, where's it at today? Rob, if you can fact check this real quick.
340 something.
I don't know if that's exactly where to say. However, he's got to make 750 billion in the next 4 years.
I think he can do it.
Okay, walk me through how that happens. Is that through Tesla? Is that through SpaceX? Is that through Starlink? Is
combination
that through
of all of them?
Adam, it's through everything. So let's say I'm a Major League Baseball player and I'm about to cross 500 home runs. I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. But now my question is, where am I going to rank in the Hall of Fame? There are athletes that care about it. And there are industrialists that used to care about where they were on the Forbes 400. Honestly, I think he only cares about doing new things and driving these things. I honestly don't think he worries about how it measures up on the Forbes list. I don't think Elon Musk cares a bit about it. I think being a trillionaire is just going to happen. He thinks it's important to build SpaceX and bring the rocket back and not dump it into the ocean as junk. He thinks it's important to try to go to Mars and be an interplanetary species. He thinks it's important for the brain research and see if we could help people through Neuralink. He thinks it's important. He thought it was important for EVs, and then he made a very capitalist decision about building a whole bunch of service stations that everybody else would have to use for those EVs to plug them in. I think, and PBD, I'm interested, I think it just happens because he's driven and he's inventing and it just goes. I don't think like he's a guy who's reached 99 billion and wants to be 100
No.
and is thinking of the scorecard.
He's a vision guy.
He's different.
He's a vision guy, hands down, and he has a long list of enemies. Enemies that both he's not going to let win, and enemies that he just wants to troll because he can. As a part of it, that's a childlike guy. This guy's a perfect combination of childlike, visionary, brilliance, hard worker, and a wrong guy to compete against. But he's very formidable, and I'm excited to see what he does.